Logan, let's get into the baseball because this has been an incredible series so far. Thought it would be entertaining, and it hasn't disappointed. First couple, I know we want to focus on Game Three, but first off, the first two games of this series. Game one went to the Toronto Blue Jays. We really got to see what their offense is made of. They belted, you know, put up a bunch of runs in that sixth inning in game one. Addison Barger launched the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history, and Alejandro Kirk added a 2-run homer in that 9-run sixth inning. And they basically overwhelmed the Dodgers in that first game. They got to their bullpen like they needed to and took game one in Toronto. But then in game two, we got to see the strength of the Dodgers starting pitching on full display with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Love that name. He stifled the Blue Jays lineup in game two, going the distance, the complete game victory, only allowing a run, 4 hits, no walks, and 8 Ks. And Max Muncy and Will Smith went yard in that game to get them their runs. So we basically got to see the strength of the Blue Jays in game one, strength of the Dodgers in game two, and it all came to a head in game three. And we got an instant classic that went on for what seemed to be forever because it was tied for the longest game in World Series history. We've seen all the social media posts about it. 18 innings. For those of you who stayed up with me for that game until nearly 2 a.m. Central Time, it was a fun one. 609 pitches, 37 runners left on base, 25 position players used, and 19 pitchers used. It was quite the performance. It's hard to know where to start when we break this game down, but I had 5 major takeaways that came from this game, and the first one is obviously Shohei Ohtani. What an incredible talent he is, that we again are just so lucky to be able to watch. He is probably the GOAT among just all athletes based on just what he's able to do in his sport. And he's going to be pitching tonight here in about 30 minutes when Game 4 gets underway. So, him and Freeman each get an RBI uh, in the fifth inning to tie things up. But in the bottom of the seventh, I believe this was when I texted you, or it might have been the first home run when I texted you. Go ahead and stop watching Monday Night Football and tune into this game. A couple pitches later, he's belting one into the stands, and just an incredible moment there. Then he does it again. A first pitch swinging in the seventh inning ties it up to 5-5. Just crazy. At that point, they were like, we're not going to pitch to you anymore. And so he gets walked 4 times intentionally, and the unintentional intentional walk later on in that game. Tried to steal a bag. Alejandro Kirk threw him out. He was trying to do everything out there, and he set a World Series record, getting on base 9 times. Freddie Freeman, obviously, what can you say about it? He's done this before. The walk-off home run, grand slam last year against the Yankees in Game 1. This time he does it here in Game 3 to seal it in the 18th inning. Just he hasn't had the bat this postseason up until now, but he always finds a way to get it done when it matters most. Vladdy Jr. had an incredible game. He did a lot of good stuff on offense, but it was the throw from first to third, um, gunning down the runner at third, just basically doing the splits before as he was throwing that ball. And then I think one of the biggest takeaways is the extra innings relievers. They put in so much work. Klein for the Dodgers going 4 innings. He never thrown more than 35 pitches, I think, in a game before, and he was out there throwing over 70, not allowing a run in any of those innings. And lastly, defense wins championships. That was my last takeaway with this, and there were plenty of stellar throws from the outfield that gunned down runners either at home or at third. Tommy Edmonds' big throw off the tip ball from Freddie Freeman's glove at first base. He was able to gun down the runner at third. So many plays at third and at home in this game that saved runs. Just an incredible watch. Just one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. I don't know how much of it you caught, but you can give any of your takes that you had from that game.
So I went to bed after when I was going into extra innings. I decided I was going to go to bed. I caught the top of the 10th because it went by so fast. But one thing I will point out that you mentioned the defensive plays. Some of those just really had to deal with just bad base running decisions,
Yeah, very
especially
aggressive, overly
way too
aggressive.
aggressive. That one, that one at home, I think it was. I mean, it was the final out of the inning. Was it the eighth? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know what the Blue Jays third base coach was doing. He was signaling the runner to go home when when you freeze frame the picture, you see Will Smith with the ball already in his hand,
Yeah,
and the runner's nowhere. The runner's not even in the frame yet because like
he was
it
out
was
by
not,
a mile.
it was out by a mile, and yeah, bad coaching and decision making, in my opinion, on that. But um, so yeah, that game had everything. Credit to those who stayed up to watch it. Yeah, very unique, a unique extra inning, extra inning game where there was no one scored. Because
Right.
usually you get down to those bottom of the barrel bullpen guys. Not the if you have to suddenly go a little more, you're going to see more scores, but that just didn't happen. And I saw the Dodgers were warming up Yamamoto. Uh, and
He was volunteering that. He was like,
yeah,
I'll go if you guys need me." That was impressive just to see him willing to do that.
yeah. And part of me kind of wishes it would have got another inning just to have seen that, but yeah, like you said, all time classic. And yeah, credit. I will give credit to the Blue Jays for Game One, getting that many hits in a Blake Snell pitched game. That spoke volumes too. That hey, this wasn't going to be a quick series. So yeah, looking forward to tonight with Ohtani pitching. We'll see. I mean, he didn't have to stand at the plate too often. It was with all the times I intentionally walked him, so it should be fresh compared to the other players. But we shall see. A heartbreaker for the Blue Jays. We'll see if they can
Oh
bounce
my
back in
gosh.
that short of a time span.
Yeah, and they're going to be without George Springer, who appeared to injure his oblique on a swing in the seventh inning. Um, saw an update through CBS Sports that it doesn't look like it's going to be a serious injury. It's going to be like hour to hour, basically, with Springer. He is not in the lineup for Game 4, but we'll see if he's able to come back in a later game. Um, but huge moment for Clayton Kershaw, who was brought in. I don't know. There were so many innings. I can't remember which one it was that he came in, but it might have been the final moment that we see from him in his career, as it's his last season, and he may not be used again. Um, at any point for the rest of this series, but to get that final out with the bases loaded, the guy worked it full against him, and then a little dribbler to Tommy Edman, and I got real nervous when he flipped it with his glove. I was like, "That's it's a
Yeah,
risky play, but he's a professional for a reason." And just a huge moment for Kershaw in front of the home fans. So that was really cool. Um, but yeah, Shohei Ohtani on the mound against Shane Bieber. We won't get into it too much because by the time everyone hears this, Game 4 will be over with. But really excited to see where this series goes from here on out. It looks like it's a very even matchup. It looks like it could go either way, but this is a huge game in Game 4. If the Dodgers take this one, they're in the driver's seat. Um, but yeah, so we got a fun little trivia section here for you guys. Logan's going to try to stump me in my baseball knowledge. So Logan, I'm going to let you take this over, and I don't haven't heard these questions. I don't know what's about to
yeah.
hit me here.
Alrighty, so I just came up with three questions. A couple of these have multiple answers,
Gosh.
all World Series trivia, and I tried to base it off the series and the game last night.
All right.
So you mentioned tied for the longest game in World Series history. Um, so I'm including that one. So what other World Series games have gone 14 innings or more?
God.
There are four others. So
Would it be there was
one of
one
them
where
went one of them went 18, and then the other three went 14.
it was one in I think 2018, right? It was
Yes,
a game
yes.
like was it game 3 then too?
I don't know which one. I don't remember which one it was, but who was that series between the?
It was Red Sox and Dodgers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Would have been 2017 Game 5 or something like that. No, no, not that. Not that 13-12 game. Oh God, 14 or more innings. Oh my gosh.
Two of these are in. So you have three remaining. Two of them are in the 21st century.
Okay.
One of them is not.
So I just need to name the year.
Yeah, and if you remember who played.
Okay. Let's see. 2011.
No.
No. Probably get like two more guesses, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
just start
I will
naming a
give you
bunch
two
of
more. There's
years.
no way. There's no way. I'm gonna give you two more. And I'll just tell you. There's no way you'll get the last one. The one not in the 21st.
Okay. Uh, 2000. I'm on the right track there, right?
One is in the
2000.
2010s. One is in the 2000s.
Okay. 2014.
No, 2015.
Damn.
2015 Royals
Royals
Mets.
Mets. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you say the game, if you say the two teams that play, that counts as equal.
Okay. 2001.
No, it was the 2005 White Sox Astros
White
series.
Sox
And then
Astros. Well,
the other one,
damn.
the other one was one of my favorite games. One of my favorite games I've ever watched. The 1916 Red Sox Brooklyn Robins series. That game went 14 innings, and that was an instant classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk to the stadium then.
Yeah. So, they didn't even know World War. U.S. troops weren't even in World War One yet.
Right.
Okay, so if you watched the game last night, Shohei Ohtani was intentionally walked, I believe, 4 times, but 3 of those times the bases were empty. Who is the only other player to be intentionally walked with the bases empty in World Series history?
Giants went to the World Series, I think, in 2002, maybe. Was it Bonds?
It was not Bonds. I'll give you a couple. I'll give you a couple guesses. It is recent. It is a
Okay.
21st century.
21st century. Pujols.
Albert Pujols. Which year?
2011.
2011, Game 5. He was intentionally walked with the bases empty. Okay, and the Dodgers are 2 wins away from becoming back-to-back champions. So, can you name the last 5 teams to win consecutive World Series?
Consecutive. Okay, so Yankees in 99, 2000.
Yep.
That was
Technically
that was the last one. Or
98
yeah,
to 2000, but
true.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. We got I have to go back to probably 70s. The Yankees in 77, 78.
Yes, that is one.
Reds 75, 76.
Yes.
And then the A's right before them, 3 straight years, like
Yes.
72, 3 and 4.
A lot of parity in the 1970s. There is actually one in between those 70s World Series and the Yankees.
Oh, the Blue Jays, 92,
Yes,
93.
yes, the Toronto Blue Jays, who are in the World Series now. Yes, they were the second last team who won back to back and have not won since.
God, I mean, like the Yankees, if you go back to like the 40s, 50s, I think they had like 5 or 6 straight.
Yeah, that's why.
That's
why I only asked who were the last 5 because and there was a few
awesome.
like when Theodore Roosevelt was president. So yeah, I mean like.
All right. Well, that was some good stuff. I like that. I like involving a little trivia into this. So, yeah, again, World Series Game 4 tonight. As people listen to this game will be over with, but we'll be recapping the World Series probably next week. The series will probably be over with by then. So, yeah, fun series. It's going to be entertaining. I hope it goes 7.